Welcome to this video that you clicked on for whatever reason. So as you could tell by the title, it's PokePark time. But first, I have an announcement, kind of. I'm doing a thing where my next 3 videos I'm making, this one included, are all going to be game reviews of games that started my video game playing addiction. And for the future, those next 2 games are the kinds that you go to a garage sale and you see it and you're like, $2? Why the heck not? But anyway, PokePark. There's actually 2 PokePark games, and I'll probably make one on the second one in the future, which is very expensive if you go on Amazon. I'm not paying $80 for a Wii game. The first one is a game where you make friends. Also, you have to stop the world from literally being destroyed, but friends. In this game, you fall down a hole that randomly appeared, and Mew pops up like, hey, save the world. So it begins. But your 3 friends have also fallen from the sky, and in the right same spot that you're in, but apparently they decide to fall in random other spots and they somehow don't die on impact. So you meet an annoying as heck bird when you land, who tells you to jump over a log when you could just walk around it. But then you're actually in PokePark and oh my gosh, this game looks good. The game just looks amazing, even though it doesn't really have good graphics. Just all the things about it, just combining of the scenery. There's actually 8 zones in this game, and each of them are drastically different. Well, some of them aren't that good. The others are mwah, beautiful. But anyway, after you get past the first zone, you find the treehouse, or the hub area, where you meet 4 lads who power you up for money. Everything's about money. You have Donald Trump, Speed Horse, Grandma, and Cotton Ball who wants to beat your face off. Donald Trump gives you electricity, Speed Horse heckin' speeds. Grandma tells you how to live longer, and Cotton Ball teaches you about Iron Tail. Somehow. Also, by the way, while you're on your way, you meet this abomination. Ugh. But anyway, then you go to a beach. No, I didn't think about it. I should probably not do an entire game summary. But anyway, I'm going to do a beautiful transition to friends. So you go to the beach and you find yourself at a restaurant with your friends. Friend transition. So if you want to make friends, you're going to have to work for it. There's 4 ways to become friends. Chase, which is the most used and it sucks. You just chase them around, tackle them to the ground, and that's about it. Then battle. The best one where you fight to the death. For friendship. And then there's hide and seek and quiz, but that barely ever happens, so But so, after you make your friends, you can fight to the death or do a chase another time to become the best friends. If you want to be friends, you have to work for it, but even more if you want to be best friends. That mechanic is a tad weird in the game, since you have to just beat people up for friendship. But anyway, on to the next mechanic in this game. Money, or berries. So if you get a green berry, I think it's worth 10. Orange is, I think, 50. But gold is 100. Get that money. You can use money to get upgrades to your moves from Donald, Grandma, Horse, and Cotton. And that's about it, to be fair. You can really only use money for upgrades. That's why if you try and get bonuses and attractions, you get 9,999 berries very easily, which is the limit. You can't get to 10,000. But you also can use the berries to buy rounds to play in attractions, which is kind of broken since you only pay for 1 round, yet you can use a ton of different characters. And you each get bonuses, so you can get up to like 33,000 berries for 40 berries. Speaking of attractions, this is a mechanic in the game where you play some mini games to win and get prizes. Time to see if I can name them all off to the top of my head and not looking any up. Bulbasaur's Daring Dash, Venusaur's Vine Swing, Pelipper's whatever thingy, Gyarados' Swim Thing, Empoleon's Slide or whatever, Bastion's Ball thingy, Blaziken's Finna Kick Boulders, Rhyperior's Spin Thing, Rotom's Shoot Some Ghosts, Dusknoir's Run, Tangarosa's Swing Thing, Absol's Jump the Hurdles or whatever, Salamence's Fly, and Rayquaza's Run on a Balloon. But attractions are one of the best parts in the game. They're a lot of fun, except for the 2 flying ones, those suck. But attractions are one of the parts of this game that stand out the most to me. But at the end of the game, which is a spoiler, but it's a spoiler for a game that came out several years ago, so if you look at this, I don't think you're expecting to play it anytime soon. Instead of just being like, time to fix the PokePark world, where there's a giant crystal or whatever, and if it's too small, apparently everyone gets sad and the world dies, and it gets bigger from friendship, Oh yeah, quick thing I forgot to mention though. All the attractions, you're kind of forced to play to get these weird crystal things that Mew was like, alright, I'm not going to give them directly to Pikachu to save the world. I'm going to make him work for it. This game has a lot of stuff where you work for very easy things. And instead of just being like, okay, we fixed it, we can leave now. Mew says, stop, you have violated the law. And you have to do obstacle hop, which actually appears like 3 or 4 times throughout the game. Then fight 3 different enemies, then end the game with Chase. Oh my gosh. But in this game, there's actually a couple of actually pretty difficult things to do. Flygon's second Chase. This one is annoying as heck, and I will forever hate it. He likes throwing these sand tornadoes, and it always hits me. Tokakiss's obstacle hop. She does some homing in attacks where you can't even tell are coming the first time. Mew's chase can be kinda difficult if your speed isn't leveled up all the way, or you suck like me. And also there's a couple of Pokemon that are immune to being electrocuted, which makes battles with them a bit more difficult, I guess. But overall, this game is not hard. It's a child's game about making friends. But I forgot to mention the special codes. There's some codes you can enter which make so the game either has a legendary Pokemon or mythical Pokemon depending on whether you are a stickler for that sort of thing. Why would you be though? Why is there legendary and mythical? They're basically the same thing. But anyway, Pikachu will be able to participate in flying, snowboarding, or swimming minigames using either a surfboard, a snowboard, or a thing of balloons, which I think is actually a kind of cool concept. And also Groudon, which is one of the codes, is actually probably the most difficult battle since the electricity doesn't work on him, and he's huge, and you can actually miss your attacks because of how big it is. But this game is basically part of my childhood. I've played it so many times that I've lost count, and this game is just a 10 out of 10 game, and is one of the pioneers of my video game addiction. I thank thee for that, and now I shall take my leave.